Hey, what's up guys? Me again, back for another reaction video. And this one I'm gonna try doing two reaction videos in one. So basically I'm gonna react to two songs in one video. This one is a Tom MacDonald song that released recently. 3 weeks ago. Tom MacDonald Can't Cancel All of Us. So this is obviously about cancel culture. Yeah, so yeah, because I do agree though. Sometimes when people get canceled for silly reasons, or things get canceled for silly reasons. Yeah, it could be for really really stupid reasons. For example, back in 2021, there was the whole canceling Aunt Jemima, uh, you know, thing where they changed it to Pearl Myling Company. Yeah, I do agree. It was kind of stupid because it was like that for so many years. Why are you gonna change it now? Obviously companies do that. Sometimes they rebrand things, and I can understand sometimes they feel like they need to rebrand things to make something better. But I don't think it was broken. So yeah, you know what they say: if it's not broken, don't fix it. Yep. So like another thing too is that they were canceling a bunch of random stuff like Cat in the Hat and whatever for silly reasons and stuff. Like, really? Like, apparently that's inappropriate, to cancel it. Like, it's a freaking kid's book. That's Dr. Seuss's legacy right there. So, like, why would you want to cancel that? That's like a good part of everyone's childhood, including my childhood, because I read Cat in the Hat when I was a kid. I actually had the book and whatever. I think I still have it, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I read that book. But it's always going to be a part of my childhood though. So obviously it feels stupid to cancel stupid things. Cancel things for no reason. You know, I mean, also I do hate when music is being censored too. Because I really want music to be at its full potential and have as much power as it can be. There's some music that doesn't need to be censored, at all. But then there's some that freaking get censored for like a lot of reasons and stuff. So I don't believe in music censorship. So yeah, let's listen to this though. I also hear that there's former WWE wrestlers in this music video. So let's listen to it. Okay.
They told me, be a man, boy, toughen up. Then they let women become men, they tricked me. They told me, speak your mind if you're brave enough. And I spoke up and I got canceled quickly. We were always too young and too nice, and now we're too old and too white. You're either too left or too right. Well, we're speaking our minds tonight. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us. You're more than welcome to try.
Yeah, one thing that I heard that people were comparing this to, they're comparing this to the Gal Gadot's, singing thing where they had like a bunch of other celebrities, singing and whatever. So basically, people compare this to that. So yeah, I can see it somewhat already. Yep. Yeah, which is interesting concept right there for video. But yeah, a lot of people will compare them easily though, and think it's just a copy. So let's keep listening to this though, shall we?
But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side. And you can't cancel all of us. We'll burn the stars and the stripes. But you can't cancel all of us.
Yeah, so I'm seeing like a bunch of celebrities like John Rich, I believe. I just saw him, yep. And also Roseanne, who, Tom recently collabed with earlier this year. So yeah, does feel like exactly like that, but anti-version, yeah, you know.
Internet ain't real life. They told me, be a man, boy, just like your dad. They told me everything I am is toxic. They said the color of your skin doesn't make you bad, but mine makes me racist, got it. We were always too weak and too afraid, and now we're too male and too straight. You're either too real or too fake. Well, we're speaking our minds today. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side. And you can't cancel all of us, you burn the stars and the stripes. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause the internet ain't real life. You can take my job away for something I may have said online, but you can't control a man who won't comply.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree that sometimes, yeah, people get easily offended by things. Yeah, that's really true. People really get, offended by everything nowadays, especially for the ridiculous reasons. Like, you know, yeah, I can understand there's some reason why people would be offended, but at the same time, though, if something's not really meant to be offensive and whatever, that yeah, that's how it is. Though people will take offense of anything, whether it's intentional or unintentional. That's like how it is, though. Yeah. And the thing is, like, people have been trying to cancel Eminem a long time ago. People have been trying to cancel him for so many years and stuff, though, because the song subjects that he does and whatever and stuff. But Eminem, he still keeps growing and whatever. So I know obviously Eminem is part of the opposite, side of politics. But for example, yeah, people have always wanted to cancel him, but he's keep going strong. His career's never ending so far, and he's in his 50s now. So life is going good for him. So, yeah, that's how it is, though. It's how it should be sometimes, though. Like, people should not be taking things too seriously, in my perspective.
And you can call me every name that you might think will hurt my pride. But if you think you're stopping me, you're out your mind. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side. And you can't cancel all of us, you burn the stars and the stripes. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause the internet ain't real life. 'Cause you can't cancel all of us, and you're more than welcome to try. But you can't cancel all of us, 'cause we're standing here side by side.
Yeah,
The truth is, behind closed doors,
that was a good music video. Interesting concept for a music video. Interesting, concept for a song. I mean, he's done a lot of songs that are about cancel culture and stuff. So, I mean, but yeah, this one did have a different vibe to it. So, I think do give you that. And yeah, his new album's gonna come on the 25th. So, which is, a couple days, which is, Friday. This Friday. This is like from 3 weeks ago. I wanted to react to it for a while, and also the other songs I would think about reacting to, but kept on procrastinating for obvious reasons because it's kind of hard for me to get, schedule off things. But that's why I'm gonna do this as a two, in one video, so I don't have to, keep recording and not recording and stuff. And I'm also gonna schedule this. By the time you listen to this, it'll be on Friday. Or watch this, it'll be on Friday, exactly on the day that Tom releases his album. Because I wanted to do it that way too, for the algorithm, of course. But yeah, I remember like watching the other day, like one person's reaction video where they were mentioning about like how they liked Tom and stuff, but they didn't think the song was that good enough for them because, you know, their song, because this is a song that isn't really rap and whatever. So, but they actually do like Tom, but this song was not their cup of tea and whatever. They just like rapping Tom. But then there's some people that easily were getting offended by his, views on like not liking one song and stuff though by Tom, but they still like Tom. But then people were accusing him of hating him. That's how you know, like, there's people on both sides of the fence that do get offended and will argue for the silliest reasons. I forgot this YouTuber's name, but, you know, I do know the YouTuber though. Like, I did watch them the other day. I would give him a shout if I remember his name though. But anyways, I would have to say that's definitely a 10 out of 10 right there. Okay, so now let's listen to the other song. Let me see though. But first, let me see, if I can find the guy real quick. So I can basically give him a shout out. Hmm. If I can't, I'm just gonna now dive into the next one. I think this is him. Let me see. Okay. See if I can find the video that I discovered that wasn't the reaction video. I want to save that, for after I listen to the music already. Okay. Probably not. Probably not the same. Okay, so that's not him. Well, if I ever do, remember, I'll just put in the comments. But let's get to the next video. This is from 5 days ago, 29 on Trending for Music. Skip this. This sounds good.
We've all been hooked on something. Coffee, cocaine, or cigarettes. And we've all been asked to sell our souls for a nicer office and a bigger check. And we've all been at the bottom, had the lights cut off, barely paying rent. And we've all...
Yeah, so I could tell though, yeah, this is actually interesting so far. It's definitely a country-based song. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of country-based like music nowadays. You know, it seems like this album has Proud to Be a Problem album will be also another, basically country-based album. Basically his like first country-based solo album though. I mean, he did make songs that are like pop a little bit and then some country and stuff inspired and whatever recently, but he didn't really have like full-on albums that are completely like this. Most of these songs in this, so far, yeah, because the track listing has released today. So yeah, pretty much a lot of these songs, yeah, have already been released. Some of them haven't, obviously, for obvious reasons. So obviously, it's country based, which is pretty interesting concept. Doesn't sound bad at all. I do, like me some country from time to time, even though I'm not like a big fan of it. But
I've been in love with someone who said they'd stay, but they up and left. And we don't ask for help, we don't cry no tears. We know walking through hell, it can take some years. But we don't blame no one, cause it may be our fault. We may be all the names that we've been called. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but something. Pills or beer, mobile phones, and we've all done things that we regret to avoid laying alone. And Lord, we've had some bad days, depressed and anxious or drunk and stoned. And we've all had nights when we go to sleep and don't want to live no more. But we don't ask for help, we don't cry no tears. We know walking through hell.
I like how he has his visuals right here with the fire around the house and stuff or building that he's in. That's interesting right there. I do know also with his last song, besides this Can't Cancel All of Us, I do know he was trying to beat Morgan Wallen, with the charts, but unfortunately he was not able to because Morgan was like super strong with that because he had SNL to help him with that. So yeah, but it's okay. I mean, you can't win all the time. Sometimes he most of the times he does win. Sometimes he doesn't win. So you can't win all the time. You can only win sometimes, not all the time. Win and lose sometimes. Win some and lose some.
It can take some years, but we don't blame no one, cause it may be our fault. We may be all the names that we've been called. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve. And we ain't afraid of hard times pass. And there will be dark nights, but they don't ever last. We ain't waiting for sunlight, we're pouring out gas. We're proud to be the problems light a match. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve. And maybe we're losers, maybe we're wrong. Maybe we're bad guys and they knew it all along. Or maybe we're perfect, but probably not. Either way, babe, I'm just proud to be a problem they can't solve.
Awesome. That was pretty great. Nice.
What if your smile could go from looking like this?
Yeah, so that song was definitely great. It was 10 out of 10. I like how it had the country feel to it right there. And you can see that he does have some talent playing the guitar. You know, definitely has his experience with that. He can play rather electric or acoustic. Yeah, that really does show some good talent right there. I do appreciate the talent and creativity with that. You know, so yeah. But anyways, so yeah, this um album of his will be releasing on April 25th, and this I'm gonna actually schedule this for the same day. So I'll see. This is actually recorded 2 days before because right now it's the 23rd, so it's gonna be the 25th by the time you watch this. But I say yeah, both are pretty good songs. 10 out of 10 for both of them, and they do sound catchy and stuff. Yeah, and does show some diversity. I do know like he does have some like versatile talent and stuff. He can do a lot of things. So too is that I heard this album will be definitely having his own different perspective. Basically his real self, which is a good album to do. Besides all these songs or albums that he's been doing most of the time lately, it does show like he's trying to do something different for once and whatever. So maybe next year he'll do like another album stuff that he's gonna release because he said that he was actually gonna this is gonna be his only album of this year to release. So I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna get like signed autograph, like if I'm gonna be one of the people to buy it when it's out and whatever. But if I can, I'll definitely buy me an autographed copy of the album. Definitely would do a reaction, no, an unboxing video on my other channel, Pop Up on my main channel. But anyways, yeah, so Anyways, thank you all for watching. This has been another reaction video, my first combination of 2 reaction videos in one by me. And thank you all for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.